This is Jeremiah.
Hi.
He's a Mason student. This is Nakia.
Hey, it's your boy, Guy with Glasses.
He's also a Mason student. And I'm Timmy, and I'm also a Mason student. The theme is social media and its effects on well-being. So first question. In what ways has social media had a positive or negative impact on your life?
Positive for me is that social media it shows you information out there in the world, stuff that you didn't know about and that you just learned, or something that you've been trying to keep up to date with. A negative hasn't really impacted me negatively, because like people start arguments, but I don't care. I don't know you, so it's irrelevant to me.
All right.
Yeah, I think the only negative side really is like when the negativity from like arguments or whatever like affects someone like real life or whatever, and that only happens like so little bit of times, but it still happens.
Right, like prime example, I was on this app a couple days ago, and this dude was like, I didn't know he said he was on that app longer. It was an argument about who was on the app longer. And
What app?
It's called Amino, and I was like, oh yeah, I was on here the longest. This is just another account because I forgot the password to the other one. And they legit went to my page and was like, bro, you've been only on here for 13 days. It's a new account, but okay, new guys. I'm not gonna argue with you. Like, I just kept calling them new guys, and he was like, bro, we're not even new. You're new. And this all started because I joined. It was like, what's up, kids? And I was talking to this other person. And he was like, "Hi, but you're a kid." I was like, "Nope, I'm 18." He was like, "Nobody cares how old you are." He just came out of the blue and said that. And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Do you think it's easier for people to like say mean things?
Yeah, just because they don't know who you are, like personally or face to face at all.
Yeah.
It's not they don't think of it as it's going to be a repercussion because I'm not nowhere near this dude.
Yeah, I think that's like a really big thing that people...
They feel protected. It's like, oh yeah, I'm nowhere near this person, so I can say this, and they can't
like
do
you wouldn't
nothing about
say it to their face.
Yeah, they're way more confident behind the screen.
I mean, I guess that could also be a good thing if...
Oh, good thing, okay.
Well, like, sometimes you need to hear things about yourself that, might not be good. Because, like, there might, like, be some things in your life that you need to change about yourself. You know what I mean?
Sometimes.
Some stuff that needs to be improved.
Yeah.
I mean,
helpful criticism. That's what I mean.
But
this internet.
I don't even.
Yeah.
Is it helpful criticism if it's coming from a person you don't know?
Yes, half the time people take it as more toxic.
Yeah, and then they don't know you, so it's like,
yeah,
they're going off how you're acting behind the screen instead of how you really are.
Yeah. You might be a really nice person, but because you're behind the screen and everything, they might take it the wrong way if you say something that's like criticizing or whatever. And then, that's how the whole thing blows up. Like, almost all the time. It's like, I disagree. What?
Oh, okay. Here's a good question. When did you first start using social media?
Okay.
I got Instagram at the age of 14. At first, when I first started out, because it was like, oh, I'm new to this, I was always on it. And then gradually it's just like, whatever, I'll check it. And then if I go on like my Instagram activity, like how long I've been on there, and it's legitimately, it'll say like, oh, altogether 65 minutes.
Like for
the entirety of that day.
Okay.
I'm only on Instagram for 65 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not on social media a lot. I think I got on Instagram and Snapchat like my junior or my senior year. I wasn't really into like social media or anything, but I kind of got it so I could like stay in contact with my friends and everything. So that's when I got social media. I'd probably like say hi or something or whatever, but I don't really have like a full conversation with them anymore.
Yeah, okay, why'd you decide to get social media in the first place?
My friends had it. It's cool to keep in touch with people whose numbers you don't have.
Yes.
Like, especially as a young dude out here, you can talk to, like, if a girl's not going to give you her number, you. I'm not gonna say that you can go and find her Instagram, but like somebody you know, who knows somebody she knows,
Yeah.
who was friends with her, will have her Instagram.
And eventually,
And then eventually you'll start to talk to her. And some people are more confident behind screens. They'll say things that they're too scared to say in front of the person.
Yeah, comes back to like the thing where people say mean things.
not
Yeah.
all the time.
But like
yeah.
in terms of like when you're trying to talk to a girl, okay, they're not saying a mean thing.
Yeah, but the other thing is that like girls don't want. No girl wants someone to ask them out on the phone.
They won't
I mean,
ask them out.
It's not even asking them out on the phone. It's like you're using this as a gateway. It's like, oh yeah, this is me. I'm blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like,
Hi.
and then you meet them face to face, and hopefully you don't get catfished,
Oh no.
which is also a thing on the internet, which is really
Yeah,
really
don't
sad.
catfish.
So
Why
I
are
think-
why people gotta fake their identities? Just be yourself, bro.
Yeah, I think I started using social media around the same time as you. I think just like because my friends had it, and I think some of them told me like I should get it.
Right.
Like I didn't hear any of my friends say no, you shouldn't get it, or like none of them were against it. And I remember when Vine came out,
Oh, I never got that.
I never got mine either.
Yeah.
It was funny though.
and I liked it a lot, and the main reason I liked it a lot is I don't know, it had limitations because you could only have 7-second videos.
Right.
But it was sort of like stop motion. I don't know, I was interested in doing stop motion on that. And so like that's what I liked to do, and I don't know, there's a lot of creative things I could do with it. But then Vine died, so
Yeah, no, Vine. Rest in peace, Vine.
I don't
TikTok is just a reincarnation of Vine.
Honestly,
I don't really use social media anymore. The only one I use is YouTube, but like a lot of people don't say it's like a social media.
I wouldn't
because-
necessarily call it a social media.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still communicate with people, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily call it social media.
Like other than that, I don't really use social media anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's understandable.
Life choice.
All my social media is like art references. Like my Instagram is mostly just funny videos and art references, honestly.
Yeah, you can follow me on blah blah blah.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at yada yada yada. That's not a real Instagram thing. I'm being funny.
Yeah, it looks up yada yada yada. Ooh, I found it.
Have you seen like children using social media websites like younger?
I kind of find it unfortunate, but yeah.
I hate when
Wait.
I don't like at the age my sister is now. She doesn't need to be exposed to social media.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say though.
Like she's 13, and people would be like, oh, but that's okay. She can fend for herself. Yeah, but like again, cyberbullying is a thing.
Yeah.
And granted, she doesn't take things to heart. It's just like cyberbullying is like something you'll never know who it's coming from though. Like it may be someone that you think you don't know. It could be low key a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Or someone who
what's the
says
worst.
they're a friend.
Yeah, and with me, it's not that I don't like when people have social media. I feel like they're just like wasting their time.
Mhm.
Like if you're in like elementary school,
Yeah.
you shouldn't really be having like social media between that time. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
have a phone, I don't care, but social media, you should probably like chill out a bit. And I might be like a little salty or whatever, but I miss recess, man.
I miss talking to people. I was never a social person. Well, I was, but like again, it gradually went down.
Yeah,
which is
that's
probably why I'm on social media. Cause like I'm
Wait,
not.
what went down?
Being social, like me talking to people face to face, like I do that a lot less. It's been a point in my life where I was heavily like talking to people. I had a lot of friends or whatever, and that went down. And I got on social media at 14. And it was like, okay, I'm on that more, and then that went down. It's like nowadays, it's like, oh, I have a limited amount of friends, and like I check Instagram every 5 days,
Yeah.
and I'm only on it for 65 minutes the entire day.
I wasn't really a social person either. I kind of had like that small friend group or whatever, and then I was like, talking to people is like
Talking to people is hard.
It's hard. It really is.
Making friends nowadays is hard.
Yeah,
'Cause
back then
you was like,
Hi.
oh yeah, the easiest way to make friends, share your toys.
Or say like hi or whatever, and then like boom,
Trade
your friends.
Trade Pokemon cards.
Trade cards, share your toys. like
Yeah,
honestly
boom.
get in trouble together. Get like
Yeah.
get put in time out together,
Yeah,
and
like,
you'll find your best friend.
Hey, that was nice. And then nowadays it's like,
You only get recognized based upon how many followers you have.
yeah, and that's like the social media standpoint. If you're like talking to just like some random person, they're probably just gonna be like, "Hi," and you're like,
It's
Hi.
hard to find. It's hard to find connections between people nowadays.
yeah,
As in, like back then when you were younger, it's
Do you
like
think that's because social media?
yeah,
yeah.
like social media came and then things started changing differently. Social media, you got kids who will get social media, get a high amount of followers, and then start thinking that they're better than all the other people.
They
I've
do.
seen it happen.
They do.
I've seen it happen. It was like this one person. I seen it happen. They were friends, and it was like they're not even friends anymore. The person didn't like how that dude changed.
Oh yeah.
The person got Instagram, got like over 1,000 followers. It was like, oh yeah, I'm up there now. And the dude was like, oh yeah, shout out, give me a shout out on your page so I can get followers. He's like, nah, not really. And I was like, why people were like doing that to each other? And that's just
Yeah.
crazy.
My little sister's she's going into high school now. I think this is her first year in high school. I think I've seen her more on her phone. And I really hate it when my mom gets my other little sister Rebecca, she's 5 years old. I hate it when she gives her the phone.
Yeah.
I feel like she's wasting time on it. It's like when I was that age, I was playing Legos.
Yeah, exactly.
Play with Legos.
Or
Yeah, I wasn't doing that or anything really. It's like you had so many. I mean, I guess social media is like really expansive or whatever. But back then, you had like so much imagination for yourself that you didn't need it.
I don't like kids on social media.
period.
Like,
Yeah, no.
No.
I agree.
I mean, okay, social media for kids is not all bad, but like they have these educational cartoons or whatever on YouTube
Oh
and
my
stuff,
gosh.
and it goes from like even YouTube is it's a rabbit hole.
YouTube's algorithm.
Yeah, the farther
Yeah.
you go, the more stuff you'll pick up. So like, my brother, 7 years old, when he was like 4 or 5, he would watch these like puppet joints, and then because of YouTube, it just kept going down. It was like one day I walked in a room, not the room but the kitchen, and then he was sitting at the table, and all I heard was the puppet cursing. I was like, bro, Will, what are you watching? He just dropped the F-bomb. He was like, what are you watching? Oh, I'm watching this thing. It's called Jeffy. And I was like,
Oh no, not that.
yeah, nah, turn this off. And turn this off.
Wait, you know about
I
that?
know what you're thinking.
It's this puppet.
It's
And
really
it has
stupid.
a pencil in his. It's
He's
really
really
dumb.
stupid.
It's real
Okay.
stupid. It's really stupid.
Okay, I'm glad I don't
Yeah,
know.
you do not. If your sister or whatever watches it, just like take her phone or whatever and like run.
And then my brother, like nowadays, he would rather be on a tablet than actually like playing with stuff. Like he gets toys.
That's
my
the
parents buy him
thing-
toys.
That's the thing that like irritates me the most. The kids like want to go on their screen rather than go outside. I've been in that situation before also when I was like video games
Yeah.
and stuff, or like play video games rather than like hang
I
out
mean,
with friends.
now I'm more heavily into video games now. Like back then, I wasn't even playing a lot of games. Yeah, I had a DS, but like, dude, I haven't even touched. I lost all the games for it. That's how you know I didn't care for real. Shit, I'd rather be with friends. Ah, dang, I'd rather be with.
It doesn't matter.
I'd rather be hanging out with. At that age, I was like, I'd rather hang out with friends to play my game. And then it's like, soon as I got Instagram, it was like, alright, I'll catch y'all to flip.
I wish friends came to bother me so I could hang out with them.
Have you guys ever been cyberbullied?
No, I've been regular bullied before.
You've been regular, but cyberbully? I had people try to cyberbully me, and it's like they don't know me, and I know they don't know me because they can't even give me basic information about me. So it's like,
Yeah, then
I don't think I've ever been.
I accidentally cyberbullied someone though.
bro.
It wasn't on purpose. But what happened was he tried to say something about me, and I guess I said something and that was true, but I didn't know the dude.
Oh, you say like some random trash, and when it's true, people really do take it way too seriously. And yeah, it really does hit home sometimes.
I don't think I've ever been cyberbullied.
Back then when I was just regular bullying.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been cyberbullied as a kid. Go open social media, but I'm being cyberbullied now. people don't like me. Yeah, I've never been bullied. I had people say some slick remarks, but it's like, oh,
Like, yeah,
well.
whatever.
Yeah, like this one dude, he was like, I was talking to this girl in school, and he was like, bro, this is the second girl you're talking to now. I was like, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, can I not have friends that are girls?
And I guess he got upset or whatever.
Whoa,
I guess
bro, what?
I guess he got upset or whatever because I did kind of snap. I was like, yeah, bro, so what? It doesn't matter. Your opinion doesn't matter. He was like, my opinion. Then he went on social media. Was like, my opinion doesn't matter. But when these girls break your heart, they'll come to me.
Okay.
Okay, has social media affected your sleep?
I don't sleep.
Yeah.
Always on social. Okay, so remember how I said that I'm only on social media, like only on Instagram for like 65 minutes a day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally contradicted myself because I'm on there more at night. Just rolled up under the cover, facing the wall, just
Not gonna lie.
not even doing that. Sometimes I just stare at the same video and it be on repeat, and then like I just fall asleep with the phone in my hand like that. Like I just fall asleep with the phone in my hand. I don't know why I described it when
Yeah.
they
no,
can't see
no,
us.
No, you're good. But I'm not gonna lie. I would sometimes it'd be like 12 or whatever, and even though it's not necessarily that late nowadays, but I'd just be like looking at stuff like, oh, this is funny. Like I gotta go catch up, see what people have posted. Useless. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. But then there just be this one thing that I like so much that I just leave the video and repeat. And I'm just like,
Boob jiggles.
This is funny. This is
No,
funny.
just me.
Nope.
So for me, there've been times where like I'll click on it, like on YouTube, I'll click on a video,
Right.
and then like I'll see in the recommendations,
Yes.
I'll be like, whoa, what's that? And like go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, and then like, yo, what's this? Yo, what's this?
Yeah.
Like, what time is it again?
So we keep going back to Instagram because that's like one of the biggest social media.
Yeah.
apps out
Honestly,
there.
yeah.
So like the most central place where you can fall down a rabbit hole is this. You know when you go to the little magnifying glass.
Yeah, the search
thing,
icon. Yeah,
The search icon.
That's like the biggest rabbit hole.
And then all of this pops up. Who is not going to get lost in all of this? And then it's specifically tailored to you. So it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, you'll
Someone
find
drew
something.
this, and then it's like, oh, that's nice. Oh, wait, they're remaking this cartoon character. Oh, new Ed and Eddie. Oh, Teen Titans.
Oh.
And then you just go from there. It's just continuing,
Yeah, that's just
and then you get no sleep.
Do you ever feel like you waste time?
not all the time. Sometimes it's like
it's to the point to where it's to the point to where so like I catch people in class on social media during the lecture, and I can't say nothing about it because I'm doing the same damn thing. I'm either on Netflix or who. If I know the lectures, bro, I get bored during the lectures. I whip out the computer, flip that joint open. It's just
Do you wish you could stop?
honestly, yeah, just so like I won't get called out of class. Like I won't get called out in the middle of class and then get embarrassed because like that is like a nightmare thing to me.
that's a
Just
nightmare thing for a lot.
just getting called out in the middle of class and then getting embarrassed by a teacher, getting embarrassed by an adult that's not your parent is a big fear for me because it's like, damn, these people don't know me, and I just put an image in their head that I'm always doing this.
Yeah.
What about you, Jeremiah?
I'll just based on what he.
What
do
was
you
the
ever
question?
do you ever like feel like you waste time on
Um,
social media?
not all the time. I mean, I just like check it real quick or whatever, and then I like leave immediately because like, okay, they did this or whatever, that's cool, and then I'd leave. I mean, unless I'm down the rabbit hole. But
Okay, cool. Season
Unless
R.
it's down the rabbit hole.
yeah, but then other than that, not really, because I'm a good student. I take all the notes in lectures or whatever. Not all the time. That's a lie. I'm usually playing a game, but
I don't
not
take
really
notes.
social media.
Bro, I'm telling you, this is how reliant I am on my phone. I take no physical handwritten notes.
I don't
in
either.
class. Everything, I'm gonna pull it up right now. All my notes are voice recordings.
Wait, what?
All of my, just go through this. All of my notes are voice recordings.
You have an hour in a minute of George Mason University 5.
And I don't know why I keep doing that, but that's history. Sociology is way longer. Their just go for like 2 hours. all the ones that
Do you have time to listen to these?
only time I ever listen to them, and I'm gonna be honest, is when I need to study. That way I don't have to look at words all day. It's just I look at it, not look at it, I listen to it, and it's just it goes in here. I can put it on repeat, keep listening to it, and it's like the information is there.
Yeah. Sometimes I definitely feel like I waste time, and then other times I'm glad I watched that, or I'm glad I saw that, or like, yeah, that was funny. But there's a certain point where I'm like, oh, I should stop. But then I'm also like, oh, I should just keep watching.
Another one can't hurt.
It's like as of now, I am already in the rabbit hole. I just clicked on this image, and apparently it's like, you know the Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah.
You know that episode when they made a boy version of them?
Oh, I mean the Rowdy Rough Boys?
I don't know if I remember that episode.
The Rowdy Rough Boys, bro. It's basically just boy versions of the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's this picture, and people draw them like older, and it was like, oh, cool. I guess that's what it could have looked like if the show would have kept going. And I'm just scrolling, and sometimes I see stuff like this.
No, it's fine.
Stuff that just makes me want to question, how is this like meant for me?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think to myself, it's like, how does how does the algorithm work?
Maybe it's because like it stood out. Like it didn't matter if you like liked it or disliked it or whatever. It's just like it stood out to you. And you're like, wait, what?
Right, man.
So it got your attention.
It got my attention, but it's like what in the algorithm gave me this? And I'm not bashing on anything. It's just I want to know. Like, I want to know how this works to the point to where it'll tell me what it is.
Okay, why do you use social media currently?
Okay, you guys can't judge me for this, okay?
Okay.
You're being judged. Like, even before you say it.
Okay, so sometimes it's to just see what other people are doing. Some people would that consider it stalking, but I'm not stalking.
I'm stalking you.
I'm just following them. No, but in all seriousness, though, it's not necessarily stalking.
Following is a form of stalking, sir.
You know what? I knew you would say something stupid like that.
Listen here.
Look, so most of the time it's like, my friends from high school or whatever, I'm probably never going to see them again. But it's like, hey, I wonder what they're doing. Oh, cool, they're doing that.
Bro, sometimes I don't even...
Teardrop.
Sometimes I don't even feel like being on social media because, like, sometimes it gets to the point to where it's sad.
Honestly.
Why? Because do you compare yourself to other people?
No. So, one of my friends, bro, one of my closest friends, I was talking to him on Snapchat, and I was like, all right, bro, what you doing? How you feeling? He was like, in all honesty, I'm dropping out of college. Wait. Whoa. And I was like, whoa, what? He was like, what's going on? He was like, right now, school is just not for me. And I was like, oh, yeah, I feel you, because I be having the same thoughts sometimes. Like, school is not for me, honestly.
I'd probably die if I dropped out of college.
If I dropped out of college, I wouldn't have a home.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents would probably kill me.
Yeah, I don't, that, man. So,
I mean, at least they'll be disappointed, which is probably worse.
Nah, I'd be out of a...
Yeah.
Do you guys still get bored?
No, don't get me wrong. I get bored a lot.
Bored of what?
Just like, you're doing nothing. You're just bored.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do, like, on campus or even off campus, but it's the first thing you need to do is, like, take the initiative and, like, get up and see what's out there. But then even if you know what's out there and you don't want to do it, you do get bored, like, doing nothing.
Oh, dude, you're way better than me because I just go on my phone, and if I'm bored on my phone, it's like, I'm taking a nap. I don't even, like, I'm in this D&D Discord for school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
For here. And, which is, Discord is a social media app.
Yeah.
It is one of those social media apps that I am not physically on, but I have it. I go on, I look at the message, and I go off.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes I respond, sometimes I say, I'm in there's two groups here at Mason that I'm in for the Discord. It's this Yu-Gi-Oh joint, trading card joint, and then there's Dungeons and Dragons, the D&D one.
Yeah.
And it was like, and I'll be having friends be like, oh yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh group, they meet up every day in the hub. And I was like, all right, cool. Never go. On my phone, social media, just scrolling. I see it pop up. It's like, oh, they at the hub now. I'm going to take a nap. And then I'm going to go. And then I wake up at 7 o'clock with my phone in my hand. This is like, who sleeps like this? Why do I sleep like this?
No judgment here, though.
It gets to the point to where I don't even do homework a lot. I mean, I do it, but like I do it like a day before
I procrastinate a lot too.
because I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone. Whoever made cell phones, bro, they knew what they were doing.
You know, honest. Well, whoever made cell phones with like screens with the internet on them. But yeah, either way, I'll still cell phones.
Yeah, like sometimes I wish iPhones and stuff weren't created.
Sometimes, yeah. At the same time, though, if iPhones weren't created or whatever, then I think a lot of jobs would have not existed. A lot of people would probably still be in poverty.
Like, I remember when my friends first got iPods, and they were sitting in their garage, and they were, like, playing games. And I was like, oh, I want to play. Because, like, they were just sitting there on their phones.
And then I said no.
And then, yeah, they would say no, and then my brother would, like, let me play for 5 minutes, and then he'd give it, or use it again, and I was like, I want to play on it longer.
No. No play for you.
So whenever I get bored, I try to, like, notice that I'm bored. Like,
Okay, what can I do about
I
this?
analyze it.
Maybe I could go out, talk to some friends. Maybe I can. Oh wait, what's this on my phone? Just like that. It's just, all right. I'm bored. Like
Maybe get some.
it's something I should do. I'm gonna go out, probably talk to my friends or whatever. Notification pop up. Checking that on Instagram for an hour now.
What's so easy to check your phone because it's in your pocket? What do you guys do in your free time?
What I do in my free time? I used to play Ultimate Frisbee on Tuesday and Thursday, but last week was the last day of practice for the semester, so now my Tuesdays and Thursdays are wider and I don't know what to do.
You see what I'm doing for my free time?
No, we can't. It's like a podcast. Nobody can see you.
You know what I'm? Can you guess what I'm doing right now?
Can you guess what I'm doing?
I am on my phone, scrolling through Instagram.
I'm not gonna lie, I was doing that too.
Yeah, I watch YouTube in my free time, and then
There it goes, social media.
sometimes I'm like, I should have done something else. And so, like, because of that, a lot of the time I just try to, like, analyze it and realize what I'm doing and then how to fix it. But, like, the other thing is, like, in my free time, a lot of the stuff I do in my free time is not with other people. Like, composing music or practicing piano.
Okay, Mr. Music.
And so, and like those are, I don't know. I'm not like practicing with someone else because I'm not in like a group.
Right.
Yeah,
Just like I don't draw with a lot of people. I draw by myself.
Yeah.
So then I don't even get it critiqued by other people. It's just I draw and I was like, okay, there.
I mean,
is.
I'm involved in like with music classes, but like I can practice those things on my own.
Right.
So a lot of the time, I feel like I'm an ambivert, like extrovert and introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I'm in the middle.
Right. That's the first time I ever actually heard that used in a sentence. I didn't even know there was an in between.
Well, I mean it's all like a range. Like,
I'm more of an introvert. Like I'm in the middle, but I lean towards more introvert because like I don't like people.
It's not that I don't like people.
It's to
just
the point
that
to
it's
like
hard
people
to
don't
talk
like
to
me.
people.
It is hard to talk to people.
Yeah, and
He will judge you way too much sometimes.
which is why people are mostly on their phone.
Yeah.
I have seen, speaking of phones, bro, I have seen kids nowadays are like so dependent on this, and like I am too, because like back in high school, when you walk into class, it was this one teacher when you walk into class, you put your phone in the box, and like no one would do it. No one did it. No one did it.
yeah, I remember my neighbor was my history teacher,
Dang.
and
What were the odds?
I had her for freshman year, 9th grade, I think, for world history, and then I also had her for U.S. government my last year. When I had her the last year, she started doing like the phones and the bins things, and like some of the kids were like really upset about it.
Right. It was a petition for teachers not to be able to take your phone. And then their reasoning for it is like, oh, they didn't pay for it, so they're not paying the bill, so they can't take my phone.
You know what I mean? Honestly, it's literally just.
He says as he's on his phone.
Jeremiah.
That's the one who was on his phone earlier. Look.
Hey,
So
I'll put it down.
whatever, man. I'll put mine down to you. So here's what I gotta say about that. Yes, you're absolutely, positively right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely right. It is your phone or whatever, and you probably did pay for it or your parents did. I honestly don't care. And it is yours. But it is one period where you don't have to be on your phone, where you can literally have to pay attention in class. I mean, some people don't need to pay attention because they're like naturally smart. I kind of hate those kids. I don't hate you guys. It's just that it's
I do.
It was a
Fucking rich kids. I'm sorry. It just came up. Rich, privileged geniuses.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
No, I mean, it's not like I hate you guys or anything. It's just I got so jealous. It's like you like screw around in class all day, but then you like ace this thing. How?
People have people have different talents, but like also people have different lives.
Yeah, my talent is not smart.
My talent is art, and I'm smart, but I don't act upon it because I don't have people. I have people pushing me.
A hard work goes above talent.
Yeah,
Don't forget that.
I work hard in art,
Yeah.
and then I used to like chemistry, but like here, college chemistry is so hard that it's like, dude, why even bother? It's like
Sometimes.
I think legitimately there are only 5 chemistry majors. And out of the entire freshman, there I feel like it's only like 5 chemistry majors.
Maybe. I mean, I don't. Maybe I don't.
Honestly,
know.
you might be telling the truth. And I'm not saying that just to be like negative or whatever, but back then classes used to be easy and not fun per se, but easier than college. But then college is like, here you go.
Why are they more difficult? Like just more amount of work?
It
or
depends on what
just-
class it is, and I don't take like chemistry or whatever, so I can't say anything. But with classes, it's more based off of integrity. You need to take the initiative and do your own homework. If you don't, you will fail.
Yeah.
You don't have like a schedule or whatever where you have like class. Oh, you kind of do, but it's not like a constant thing when you're in school all day because you go to your class and then that's it for the day or you get ready for a different class. And if that's it for the day, it's your responsibility to use that time however you want to use it.
Not only that, but like, you know, in high school, how the teacher would give you homework, and then I want to say a week before it's due, they remind you that the homework is due.
Yeah.
They don't do that here in college.
They do not.
They do not. They tell you that you have homework, and if you don't do it,
If you forget.
you SOL, bro. If you don't do it, I remember one time I forgot to do chemistry homework. I hopped on the computer, and that drink was like only because it's due is like on the day it's due at 11:59. It was 11:30,
Oh.
and I had to do 15 questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a lot,
But it's
but there
chemistry.
wasn't multiple choice. I had to solve these questions.
Man, I've done that before. I know that feeling.
Those chemistry, I'm telling you, chemistry is the only class I ever check to see if I have. Like, I have a paper due Tuesday, but it's like it's 2-page and it's double spaced, so I can do that on my day, honestly.
You can.
And I don't have class until like 1:00, so
Yeah, you'll be fine.
that's even if I go to
I
class.
want to
What do you
go
got?
back to what Jeremiah said. You said you were checking up on one of your friends and you saw that they were like doing things, and then you were like, and there was a tear down my eye.
Oh.
What did you mean?
What was he doing? Like,
Oh, so it's not like it was anything crazy or whatever. It was just like they go out and do all these crazy things or whatever. And I guess I am more of an introvert sometimes. But it's like, hey, we just went to this football game. We're hanging out. I'm hanging out with all my friends that I invited that's in the area or whatever. And we went out or whatever and blah, blah, blah. And like, yeah, this is so much fun. Haha, I post on social media. And then I'm just the guy that's just in his room or whatever. It's like, man, I wish I was there.
Wait, why?
I mean, it would be nice to hang out with them, you know. But this is not like a self-pity session or anything. This is just me being a baby or whatever.
I'd rather sit in the house, be on my phone or playing the game, than go. Like, legitimately, my friends, every time I'm home for the weekend, my friends were like, oh yeah, I'm going to go see this movie and this and that. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I got some money in my wallet. I could probably go see a movie. But I'm going to play this game real quick.
Dude, nah, not even dude. 5 hours.
And it was
of
like,
that.
and I was like, hey, you trying to go to the movie? We already went.
Oh.
What was I doing?
I think
Uh,
I think like people think like introverts and extroverts, like extroverts are more fun and then introverts aren't. You know what I
I'm an extra.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's
and,
not
like,
entirely the case all the time, but yeah.
I thought that when I was little. My mom said I was an introvert and I got mad at her. I was like,
What do you mean?
yeah, well, yeah, that was the first thing. I didn't even know what it meant. I'm like, no, I'm not. And then,
I don't got that disease. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're an introvert.
You trying to tell me I'm sick, Mom?
but a good analogy is how you get energy. Introverts, they can do things and go hang out with people, and it can be a good experience for them, but their energy gets drained, and so they need to go back and be alone to recharge. And with extrovert people, it's sort of the opposite. They can be alone and do things alone, and it can be like a good experience, or like they figure out something about themselves, or they worked on something and they feel good about it, or like they're playing video games and having a fun time by themselves. But that's more energy draining than being with their friends. Like when they're with their friends, that's how they recharge.
Like,
Right.
yeah, I guess that means I'm a little bit in between. Because it kind of depends, really. Like, I don't mind hanging out with my friends or whatever, and that's fine. I mean, either way, you'll still be drained.
Like, I don't mind hanging out with my friends, but I would pretty much rather staying inside and playing this good old game, especially during the summer, because I hate the heat.
I don't blame.
I
you
will
for
go. I will go. Like, I'm gonna go outside. Like, if I get a summer job, I'm gonna go do that. And then while I'm there, my entire plan is like, oh yeah, we about to do this, and I'm about to go home and get on this game. I'm not talking or fooling with nobody. It's too hot for that.
Haha, you need to go and get some groceries.
Why is it difficult to talk to people?
Okay, so
Cause I get nervous. It's like, nah, I'm not even gonna say it's difficult for me. And this is so cliche. It's difficult to talk to girls.
no, I don't blame you. Hey, if you're a girl listening to this podcast, don't take any offense. But you
Take
gotta
offense.
You gotta be
Why
scary
you-
sometimes.
Take offense. Why are you so beautiful? Take offense. Be offended by this. Let me stop.
No, it's like some people, when you look at them, it's really messed up to judge them. But man, some people be like really judgmental sometimes. It's not even funny. Like, you'll look at them or whatever, and they'll just be like not minding their own business. But when you see their face, it's either like just blank or whatever, but it looks like they're mad. My brother kind of has a face like that. He's not mad or anything. He's just not doing anything. He's probably thinking.
This is the face I was born with.
Yeah, exactly.
I came out looking upset, but no, I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. You just can't tell. I'm smiling on the inside.
Yeah, but no, it's just hard because some people just judge other people, or when you do say hi or whatever, you feel like really awkward or whatever.
You
and
just
then you're
hide
like,
and walk
"Hi."
away after that.
Oh yeah, sometimes they don't even say hi back to you, and then you feel like an idiot. Like,
Have you tried to introduce yourself or like say hi more often?
Bro, there are people like that, like on our floor.
That what?
They're like Toby. Bro, Toby will go up to anyone and introduce himself like it's not a problem.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll go up to someone and then turn the opposite direction because it's like I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to say this. It's like, all right,
You
bet,
shouldn't-
let's go.
Okay, you shouldn't. Okay, it's.
Prime example, I had Jeremiah go and retrieve a girl for
Oh, yeah,
me
I remember
so
that.
I can talk to her.
I can't say that you shouldn't worry about it because like it's hard to control like worry, but you should just realize that you don't have to worry about it.
yeah, the only reason why I did that for Nikhil is because I had a really, really bad sugar crash, and I was like in the no emotion zone or whatever.
Yeah,
So I was
that's
like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. But-
Yeah, like definitely talking to a girl that I liked was like
Hard for no reason.
It was like one of the
Yeah.
hardest things I've ever done.
no, there's a reason for it. Like because there's reasons behind it. It's like super difficult, and I asked her out on a date, but I didn't say it was a date, which is bad.
Why would you do that?
I asked her out, on
But
a
it
date.
wasn't a date.
But it wasn't a date.
Oh well, and
It was a date for me. I enjoyed myself.
I think I was gonna say it was a date, but she wasn't able to go.
Ooh.
And then later, I just told her that I liked her, and then she was like, "Not
Ew.
a fan."
Oh.
But I felt a lot better because just
Because you told her.
because I told her.
It was like hot when you point out your it's like this meme, bro. It's like when your friend when your friend talking to your crush and they point to you, she was like, "Hi, ill, no." It's
Sad
like,
boy
"Hi."
alert.
And like
When your
I've,
friend talking to your crush and they look and point at you, and all you hear is "ill, no."
there's a lot of like studies from like biological psychology that really interested me, and so also like ideas from Buddhism about desire.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the ideas is that, and I want to relate this back to social media, is that humans naturally want to be with a group, because if you're, or at least I don't know, around other people, because if you're isolated
Mm-hmm.
or lonely, which both of them, I mean, they're actually two different things, but a lot of the time they get isolation gets a bad rap, and
Right, because you can be isolated and not feel lonely.
yeah, definitely.
That's
But a lot of the time they just get both like mixed up with each other, and I don't know, like has negative connotation.
I feel like the only way to not be lonely is to just like.
And you can also
surround yourself in a group of people who understand, because you can be in a group.
yeah, you can also
and
be in a
still
group
be lonely
and still feel lonely
because they don't understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you in like evolutionary times, the theory is that like if you were part of a group, you had a greater chance of surviving
Mm.
than if you're off in the wilderness by yourself.
Mm.
And so like humans have natural tendencies to like put themselves into groups and to also like, you know, behave certain ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I think that's one of the reasons why like people worry about themselves like when in front of other people, because you want to like look bad. And I think that fear is like because you want to be part of the group.
So it's like you want to be part of something, but you don't want to. I want to say you don't want to be too attached to the point of like you feel like you're way over. You depend on them too much, which is probably what creates introverts. Because it's like, ooh, I want to be a part of this group, but it's like I don't really trust a lot of people.
Trust is a major thing.
It's like not even trust. It's like I don't trust a lot of people, or it's like I don't even know how to connect with a group. So it's like I'm gonna just avoid that altogether.
Yeah, and also like the thing with girls is like in biological psychology.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking for a mate, bro.
Like
Just trying to mate, bro.
Oh man, okay then.
okay, so and like why it's like or it's more difficult to talk to someone
Mm-hmm.
that you like.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, just laugh at my pain. Go on, continue.
No. I wasn't laughing. I was laughing at like the mating thing.
I just want to be loved.
Basically,
Basically.
I mean that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
You want to have offspring, like successful offspring, but like if the female rejects you, then you can't.
All hope is lost.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong or anything. I wasn't necessarily thinking of like offspring or anything. My first step is
Jeremiah
trying to
already
get
got
with
that
the
covered.
girl.
I already got that covered. I ain't tripping off that.
No, like my first step, try to get with the girl. My only problem is, and this happens for like a lot of people, is that big R word, rejection.
Oh, I thought I thought you were gonna say
I don't know
rape.
what went through my head. Something went through my head, but I don't know what it was.
I
You better
thought
censor this out.
I was like, rape.
Nah,
No.
that wasn't even what. Something went through my head, and I don't know what it was. He was like R word. I was like, what word begins with R?
Remember Zoe 101? REJECTED rejected.
Oh,
Have you seen
Yeah,
that?
I've seen that episode.
I've seen Zoe's 101. I just don't remember that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I miss Zoe 101.
Yeah, it's
It's about
and
us
so
being
like
social.
so like belonging to a group and like wanting to fit in and like the desires about that relate to social media because people are like, oh, I like this, and they share their opinions about it.
That's my opinion.
Hey, bro, check out this meme. I already saw it.
What?
Like, hey, bro, check out this meme. I already saw it. Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. I guess.
And then like
I guess we can't laugh anymore.
Jeremiah, when you're like, you saw your friend doing all those things, you're like,
So your friend hanging out with the crew. I'm
yeah,
part of that
the
crew.
crew -1.
The crew minus one.
and you're like, oh, I wish I was with them.
Dang. Just eternal monologue. I wish I had friends like this, but I am his friend. But why am I not there?
Play
Get
sad
out of
boy
the,
music.
get off of the couch and go.
I don't wanna.
That's just how it be. Like you want to go, but just like, is it worth the hassle?
Yeah, and then sometimes you would like join the group after you know that they're there, but then they're not as welcoming. It's like, hey, oh, hey, what's he doing here?
Oh,
Should have been
no.
here early. Yeah, like that's what goes back to the whole thing about being in a group and not being connected with anybody there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, oh, they could say you're friends, and you could be their friends, but it's like they don't get you on. They don't understand you.
They
You
don't
can't
get-
connect with them.
Yeah, you don't got that bro moment or whatever with your friend or your buddy.
You
'Cause,
got
like,
that bro moment with your phone. No, you can just check about it Instagram, slide up on that.
eh,
This was a year plan, bro. These were year plan. Whoever invented, so it started off with these small games. It get you hooked, and then you remember the Tamagotchi pets?
Yeah.
How everybody was hooked on that.
Tamagotchi, yeah.
Yeah, that is a phone, but without the components of an actual phone. Because that's all people were on. That's what they were hooked on.
Mm.
They would rather spend time with that because it's their pet
Mm.
than spend time with actual living, breathing people.
yeah, they don't judge you.
And then slowly it just became more and more. It just kept evolving. And then you got touchscreen stuff and flip. See, with a flip phone, you can't do nothing. with
yeah,
that
you
phone.
got nothing
But
to
do
do.
you guys have the fear of like being rejected?
My heart.
Honestly, at this point in life, no. It's just, oh, okay, on to the next.
See, look, I never had enough of those moments to say on to the next. So my rejection level is like, ooh.
What about on social media?
Social media? I don't care.
You know, yeah, like rejection on social media.
Yeah, get
Bro,
re-
as long as it's not public, I don't care.
yeah, getting rejected in real life.
Because,
Isn't
like,
social
it's like,
media usually public?
No, so like
No.
so in social media, you know how you have like the private message.
Well,
box
I don't mean like trying to be with someone. I mean like
just like a friend group or anything, or like just I don't know, trying to hang out or whatever.
yeah, like rejected as in
I
like
didn't have enough of those.
you're not part of us or something.
I feel like that's happening to me right now. Because I'm on this group chat and it's like every time I say something, it's like I don't exist because like
They don't.
they continue on with the topic. And after I'd be like, hey, what's up, guys? What are we talking about?
I've done that. I've done that before actually. I
And
like
it was
make a
like,
comment,
oh,
nobody
okay.
respond.
I mean, it was like, it doesn't make me sad or nothing. I don't feel some type of way. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Later.
And I leave.
Yeah. Did you hear someone? Did you see someone make a comment or something? Nah. It's probably like mixed in with all the other stuff.
Or I don't like when you're in a group chat and it's established and like people know you're there. And like every time you say something in the group chat, it's like, oh, such and such senior message, such and such senior. Say something. Like, I know you're there. It tells me when you look at my stuff. Just say something. I know it tells me if you're online. It's like you enter a group chat, it's like, hey y'all, what's up, y'all? What's the move for today? And just everybody just look at it and it's just
Nah, we don't like you, man. We
Also-
don't like this group chat. Why do you even make it?
Also, do you think it's like easier to talk to people through texting on your phone rather than?
Sometimes.
Yep, I do not. every phone call I have, if it's not like my parents, if it's a friend, I will not answer the phone and be like, text me.
Why?
I feel like I can say more through text than I can with them.
I mean, I guess you would be like mumbling a lot if you talk. I mean, I answer the phone because it's like, huh? They wouldn't necessarily call me before.
No, see,
Hey, yeah, what's up?
with texting, the conversation, you can end the conversation without being awkward. With phone calls, it's like the person's legit ear to you. I mean, it might not be right next to you, but like
Yeah.
you can hear the person's
but
voice. It's just like
with on a phone call, I feel more like intimate, like face to face with the person. When it's texting, I don't feel like it's as much face to face.
I like having text. I like texting because I like to remember what was said in a conversation. So that way it's like, not as to use it against people, but like, remember what this is. Like, remember when you said you was going to do this or that? No, I don't remember. All right. Because we was on a phone call. But if you text it to me,
Hey,
then it's there. And even if you delete it off your phone, I still have it. So I could go back and was like, oh yeah, you said this. You're not slick. Bro, honestly, I feel like it's going to get to the point to where they're going to create, and this is just me thinking about some future type stuff, they're going to create some implants that legit just puts a phone in your brain, and then that will be the gateway for every child to just be on social media.
How creepy that would be.
And they'll just be like, oh yeah, open Facebook, and it's just,
Open.
or open
Sesame.
Instagram, and it's just, that's all you see. You don't see nothing in front of you. Open messages, and it's just, ooh, that's there.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
only
that's
that
nice.
comes into your head, and then nobody's gonna need a phone anymore. But
And ain't nobody gonna need a car.
Yep.
Car, you don't even need to drive the car. They're gonna make cars where you just sit in the back and lay down there and go drive for you. They already doing that with the Tesla, bro. The Tesla got a whole autopilot. You don't have to touch that wheel. Man, this has been your boy, Guy with Glasses.
Guy with glasses too.
Guy with glasses.